JamesAerial. So, we have this franchise file up here because we are going to be picking who... I'm going to be making my predictions as to how this season is going to go. We are going to do a similar one at the end of the season with the playoffs. So we'll see if my beginning of the year picks and my playoff picks, we'll see if they match at the end of the year. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through week by week, force win who I think is going to win that game. And then we will see from there who will be your NFL champions this year. Injuries are off in this sim because it's going to be mostly simmed. And I might play the moments the Super Bowl. I might, but no, I'm force winning everything. Never mind. Forget I said that. Anyway, I will see you at the playoffs. Just a quick pop in. Remember, go check out Lambo Lada. All his stuff's in the description. He allows us to use his music in videos and streams and stuff, so go check him out. Okay, so two things. I'm just gonna leave how we're just gonna have how Madden thinks it will go versus how I think it will go. So that goof aside, so this. Okay, who's going on one last hurrah? Oh. Oh! Okay, so the retirement scenarios are back. That's cool. But that's not why we're here. Let's go take a look at our standings. Let's see what Matt... Okay, Chiefs, talk your shit. So Madden thinks the Chiefs are going to go 16-1 this season. And then Da Bears were the other #1 seed. Let's go by division. The Ravens win the division here with the Steelers going 8-9 and the Bengals and the Browns. Better luck next year. AFC South, the Jags win? Okay. Alright, man. The Jets win the division, but the Patriots do make it into the wild card. The Bills, who won the division last year, are out. But we have three teams from the NFC West, or AFC West this year. We got the Chiefs, Broncos, and Chargers in the playoffs. Okay. I'd have figured the Raiders probably would have made it in there before the Chargers, but on the NFC side, the Bears won the conference and the division, but the Packers still make it into the wild card. The Lions, once again Lions, and the Vikings, once again, average. And then the Saints win the division, and the Panthers and the Buccaneers make the wild card. The Eagles win the NFC least. I mean, the Cowboys made a run there, but the Eagles seal the deal, and the 49ers win the West. So, let's see this. We'll go week by week here to see what Madden thinks is going to happen in these playoffs. Alright! The Patriots making over. So if we look at the playoff bracket, what you don't see behind me is the 4th and 5th seed game is Carolina beat Philly 31-14, by the way. So round 2, the Saints knock off defending champion Buccaneers 30-27. The Packers defeat the 49ers 38-10. And then the Patriots defeat the Jags 35-14, 21-14 for the Jets over the Broncos. And the Ravens defeat the Chargers 35-31. So this is how your lay of the land goes for the playoffs up to this point. Yes, I'm aware I have points. Let's go to the next week. Let's see what happens. Now that's something I didn't think I'd see. The Patriots as the 5 seed, unseat the Chiefs 35-31, and then the Jets defeat the Ravens 34-27. And it's going to be the Packers defeating the Bears 28-17, and the Panthers defeating the Saints 25-20, leading to the Jets and the Patriots in the AFC title game, and then the Panthers and the Packers in the NFC title game. So this is what Madden thinks. This is not what I did not do the forced wins and all that, because I'm a goof and just started simming. Alright, we're gonna jump right to the Super. Actually, no. We'll give the Pro Bowl some shine. Why not? The Patriots will be moving on to the Super Bowl to play the Panthers. The Patriots barely escaped the Jets 27-24, and the Panthers defeat the Packers 31-24. So the Patriots and Panthers, a Super Bowl rematch, I do recall, in one of Brady's earlier Super Bowls, and the first Super Bowl appearance post Tom Brady. So let's see the Pro Bowl rosters. Speaking of Brady, he makes it for the NFC. Mahomes at QB1. Notably, Jameis Winston and Justin Fields making the Pro Bowl. Lamar, you figured. Herbert, that's interesting. Usual suspects for the most part for the running backs: Kamara, Henry, Barkley, Chubb, and Elliott. Melvin Gordon making it, alright. Alright. Mike Evans, Tyreek. Denard Robinson? Okay. Devin Funchess with the Packers making it in. Okay. Alright. Yeah, Kyle Pitts, rookie, making the Pro Bowl as well. Kittles and Skittles, Kelsey, Cook, Kyle Rudolph. Yeah. I tried to call him Zach Rudolph in the introductory franchise episode. Why I was mixing, and we got some pretty usual suspects here on the line. Seemingly some pretty usual suspects, nothing too Jackson on the AFC at 77, alright. Ooh, Dante Fowler making a Pro Bowl, okay. And let me know in the comments, who do you think got snubbed in this, and who do you think Madden snubbed in the Pro Bowl, by the way. Let's get to the Super Bowl. So Madden thinks, at least in this sim here, that the Patriots will play the Panthers in the Super Bowl, and they think the New England Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl 28-13 over the Carolina Panthers. Alright, but now, let's see what I think. Alright, so, now this one is going to be what I think is going to happen. I'm going to go week by week, force win who I think is going to win that game, and then at the end, we'll do that through the entire regular season, then I will sim the regular season, and then we will see the playoff seedings from there, and I will live pick the playoffs with you, so I'll be right back. Just a fun little fact, I'm actually going to be at this game. Alright, so here is where we are as far as where I picked things to go. So let's check the standings again. Now remember, we both think the Chiefs are going to go 16-1, but Green Bay is going to be the number 2 seed. The Tennessee at number 3. Buffalo at number 4. The Browns at 5. Rams were 6. Buccaneers 7. Cowboys 8. The Patriots 9. And the Ravens were 10th. I'm going to just scroll through this. Pause if you want to see where your team ended up. But This is how I picked things to go, with Houston and Washington being the losers in that. Now, I'll go over both files to show you guys who ended up winning the awards and whatnot at the end of this. So, we are going to pick... So, I'm going to live pick the playoffs for you. So we have Patriots, Browns, Ravens, Bills, Jags, Titans. Then we got Seattle and Dallas, Tampa Bay and Chicago, and the Rams and the Cards. So, Patriots and Cleveland, I want to pick the Patriots. We all know I'm a Patriots fan, but I think Cleveland will end up winning that if it's just purely on paper. Purely on paper. With the Bills and the Ravens, not sure. I'm going to pick Buffalo. With the Jags and the Titans, we're going to pick Tennessee. So all the home teams winning in the AFC. Now, let's Seattle and Dallas. I can see Dallas winning here. I'm going to go with Russell Wilson and the Seahawks over the Cowboys. Bears, Buccaneers, I'm picking Tampa Bay. And Cardinals and Rams, I'm going to pick the Rams there. So Seattle is going to be the one that gets the upset in the wild card round. We do have to sim it up so we can pick the next round. So the Browns will play the Chiefs. The Seahawks will play the Packers. Bills and Titans and Buccaneers at the Rams. For Browns and Chiefs, I'm picking Kansas City. Seahawks, Packers. Those teams can go either way anytime they play against each other. For the purposes of this video, I will be picking Green Bay. And then Buffalo and Tennessee. Here's where I think Buffalo is going to unseat the Titans there. And Tampa Bay and LA. I say the Bucks are going to take that one. So, we got some very similar happenings to last year's playoff, it would seem. Where it's Kansas City and Buffalo in the AFC title game. In the NFC title game will be Tampa Bay and Green Bay. Rodgers, Brady 2, and Mahomes, Allen 2. I am picking Kansas City to go to the Super Bowl on the AFC side of things. And I am picking Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl. Well, it's going to be one of those nail-biter finishes, I feel, for Tampa Bay, Green Bay in that sense. As we did in the Madden version of the simulation. Let's check out the Pro Bowl. Dak, Tom, Cam Newton making the Pro Bowl as QB1 in the AFC. Okay. Nelson Aguilar making the Pro Bowl in his first year with the Patriots in the way I picked it. Ooh, 79 in there. Jamison Crowder. Jimmy Graham made the Pro Bowl. Hunter Henry making the Pro Bowl as well. Like pretty much the whole of the Patriots, right side, middle, and right side of the line. Ooh, Clowney making the Pro Bowl. Okay. Okay. Gilmore making it in. Fuller making it as a strong safety there. All right. And as you saw, it would be Green Bay and Kansas City in the Super Bowl. And we're going to do that's a hard one to pick. But I feel deep within my heart of hearts that Green Bay is going to somehow defeat the Chiefs in this case, win the Super Bowl with a completely inspired Aaron Rodgers. So, as you see, we're going to skip over to the offseason. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl. Let's go stats and awards here. So, for my picking the league, Patrick Mahomes ended up winning MVP, Nick Chubb number 2. Tom Brady and Cam Newton making the MVP list. Coach of the Year went to Urban Meyer. I'd thought it went to Andy Reid, but I guess Urban Meyer is going to get it. The AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Patrick Mahomes. Defensive Player of the Year, Von Miller. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Trevor Lawrence. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, or Jock as some people like to call him. Mahomes, best QB. Best running back was Nick Chubb. Nelson Aguilar winning best wideout. Ronnie Stanley for O-line. Frank Clark for D-line. Von Miller for linebacker. Richard Sherman for best DB. And best kicker went to Daniel Carlson on the AFC. For the NFC, Christian McCaffrey is your offensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year went to J.J. Watt in his first year in the NFC. Justin Fields, the offensive rookie of the year. Zaven Collins, the defensive rookie of the year. Best QB went to Matt Ryan. Well, okay. I figured it would have been Aaron Rodgers, but Matt Ryan wins best quarterback. Zeke winning best running back. Chris Godwin best receiver. Zach Martin for the O-line. J.J. Watt for the D-line. Khalil Mack for the linebackers. Jabril Peppers for best DB. And best kicker was Younghoe Koo. And yes, it's pronounced Younghoe. I was today years old when I learned that it's actually pronounced Younghoe, not Young-Ho. So, hey, we all learned something new. And then just like a kind of a quick rundown of the overall stats. Let's see what the sim stats ended up being. Patrick Mahomes led in yards, followed by Tom Brady, Matt Ryan. How did Matt Ryan win? The interceptions will do it. But Matt Ryan, Sam Darnold, and Justin Herbert were the top 5 in yards. Tops in touchdowns for passing was Mahomes, Brady, Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, and Sam Darnold. Most interceptions went to Fitzmagic, then Tom Brady. Kind of uncharacteristic of Brady. Our passer rating leader this season of someone that actually did something was Patrick Mahomes. So, rushing stats. Your rushing yards leader was Nick Chubb, followed by Derrick Henry, Kamara, Barkley, and Zeke. For tutties, Nick Chubb led the league there. Familiar suspects, but James Robinson for the Bucks ends up going at number 5 there. Receiving, AB led the league in yards, followed by Demarcus Robinson, Diggs, Mike Evans, and Tyrell Williams of the Lions. For tutties, it was Chris Godwin at 16, Aguilar at 14, then Tyreek, Calvin Ridley, David Moore. So, for the defense, Quan Alexander led the league in tackles with 163. Our TFL's leader was J.J. Watt. For For sacks, it was also J.J. Watt. Picks, Richard Sherman had 8. And then if we look at defensive touchdowns, Minkah Fitzpatrick had 2, and a lot of players with 1. What was the longest field goal hit this year? By the way, Daniel Carlson had the best field goal percentage, as followed by Younghoe Koo. Our longest field goal was a 58-yarder from Justin Tucker. Most field goals made went to Graham Gano. He was 25 of 28 for an 89% field goal percentage. Perfect on extra points. And then that does it for what I picked for the year-end awards. So we're gonna go to the file where Madden picked everything without any sort of influence from me. We're gonna go see what those stats and awards were. Now remember, the Patriots won the Super Bowl here. So I picked it, it went to Green Bay and Kansas City. And when Madden picked it, it was Carolina and New England in the Super Bowl. Let's take a look at our yearly awards. Lamar Jackson ended up winning MVP. Coach of the Year was Kyle Shanahan with the Niners. And the AFC side, Lamar Jackson was your Offensive Player of the Year. Defense was Von Miller. Najee Harris was Offensive Rookie of the Year. Kwity Paye was the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Mahomes, Best QB. Derrick Henry, Best Running Back. Tyreek, Best Wide Receiver. Stanley for the line. DeForest Buckner was your best D lineman. Von Miller for the linebackers. Derwin James for the D-backs. And Botchwell for the kickers. And for the AFC, or the NFC rather, Will Lutz of the Saints is best kicker. But Offensive Player of the Year is Alvin Kamara. Defensive Player of the Year is J.J. Watt. Justin Fields, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Azeez Ojulari was the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Sam Darnold for Best QB. Kamara for Best Running Back. Mike Evans for the receivers. Teron Armstead for the linemen. J.J. Watt for D-line. Khalil Mack for the linebackers. And Sean Murphy-Bunting for the D-backs. Now, we look at the stats here for Madden's prediction. Mahomes leads in passing yards, followed by Brady, Herbert, Derek Carr, and Sam Darnold. So some differences. For tutties, Mahomes leads the league with 40, almost another 50 touchdown season. And then you have Brady, Jameis Winston, Sam Darnold, and Dak, where we had Aaron Rodgers up there. Most picks went to Baker Mayfield, interestingly, tied with 2. So now, rushing yards, Alvin Kamara led the league with, your familiar suspects. Nick Chubb had the most rushing tutties. Receiving, Mike Evans led in yards with 1,200. Almost 1,300 yards. Tutties went to Tyreek Hill with 15. Defensively, Anthony Barr led the league in tackles with 144. 31 TFLs for J.J. Watt. He also had 13 sacks, but that was not the most in the league, where Von Miller and Joey Bosa tied for 21.5 sacks. And picks was a tie with a lot of people. We have Gilmore, Deion Jones, Murphy Bunting, Jaquiski Tart, Derwin, Fred Warner, Jamie. There's a lot of people tied with 4 picks on the year. Now, Chris Boswell was the best percentage-wise. Joey Sly attempted the most, but Tyler Bass made the most. The longest field goal this year was Joey Sly at 58. Alright, and that is going to do it. So, quick overview. Madden thinks the Patriots and the Panthers are going to make the Super Bowl, as to where I think the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. Well, let me know what you think, what your season predictions are going to be down below, and I will see you soon. Good day, goodbye, good night.